got a triple layered background card to share with you today. This one's really quick and easy, but it's so pretty, I think. We are going to be using several of the dies here. I've got the Happy Birthday Shadowed Sentiment that I've used in the center. We've got a little focal element using the Beatrice from our frames and tags. And this is the background die called Elsa. That's the triple layering we'll share with you. And I've cut a frame using the double stitched rectangles. Okay, so I will show you what I've done ahead of time. I've taken the Elsa die and I've cut the second piece out of black, but I thought I'll share with you what it looks like when it's cut. And this is out of teal card. I'll give you a quick measurement on it. It is, the piece of card I've got is just 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches. So I'm going to seat it in the middle. There is no outside cutting edge on this, so you will not have, you'll have to cut your own border on it, whatever size you want. So easy. But I'm just going to pop that right in the middle. Give this a quick cut. Now this die is really nice because you can use it with or without the triple layering, and it lines up and it extends in both directions. So you can make it larger if you want to make a larger background if you like. And let's just use the tool in one and see if we can get some of these bits out. There we go. Tap them. Okay, just a couple here left to go. There we go. Pop that out. Oh, and a few down here. So it's nice. You can cut that into borders. You can extend it. There's just so many different things you can do with it. It's a really lovely die set. Okay, so now I've done the top layer in the teal. So what I want to do is just do a quick bit of spray on it. Okay, I've done the second layer in black. All right. So what I want to do is just lay this down, and I'm going to sort of aim at these two pieces right here to start with. Just get them lined up. Sort of hover over it, make sure it all looks like it's nice and even, and then press it down. And I just love the way the black pops off that teal. I think it's so pretty. Okay, now I don't need to cut an outside edge to this because I'm going to turn it into a framed background. But if you would, you could just take and cut it with a paper cutter at this point. Okay, I'm going to put a white backing on it, so the teal and the black is really going to pop against the white. So I'll give it a quick spray back here. And I'll just do it upside down this way. Pop that into place so you can see how pretty that is. Just love the way that looks. Now I've done a multi-layered frame out of the rectangles using a wider white base, and I'll give you a quick measurement on that white frame. It is 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2, just a hair over. So I've added some mounting foam to the back, and I'm just going to raise that up over my background, and if I have to, I'll trim the excess bit away from the edge. So let me just lean over it and just sort of center it about like so, right there. And I see a little piece of fall away that I've missed, so let me pop that out. There we go. Okay, so now I think looks pretty good. Maybe a tiny bit needs to be trimmed away when you look to the edge here, this side. So I'm going to just take care of that. All right, so I'm going to bring in my card, and I've done the base in a white paper pierced edge. I've used a little mat of the teal and then a mat of the black. So I've got the same colors brought in for balance. I'll tell you what, we're going to do something before we attach that. Apologize. So I've got a piece of white card that I've cut to 5 inches by 6 1/3. So I'm going to bring in my double-sided tape, and I'm going to peel off some larger pieces of it, just so I can go from side to side and line it up with the edge. And just excuse me while I just lean over it to see if I've got it nice and straight. There. I'm going to go all the way around the edge here. And I want to get the edge of that right, let's see, finding it a little difficult to see. There we go. That looks pretty good. Do that right along that edge. And if you're off a little bit, you can use your paper cutter and trim it so it's not too bad. And the last piece. like that. Now what I want to do is bring in my scissors, and I'm just going to trim all of my corners. And I like to go one way and then take those off and then go the other direction from the back, just so I can get my scissors right up as close as I can to the card there. Okay, leave that. Just get all the little pieces of tape. I'm going to bring in a piece of copy paper, pop that down, and my Frosted Sparkle Glitterbitz. So we're going to glitter the edge here. Okay, to that side. There we go. And the last side here. Let's get it all glittered up, and then just run my finger across it and kind of push it into the tape, kind of burnish it, and that takes some extra bit off too, so you can put more back into your container. So we've got a nice shiny sparkly edge there. Put that back into our container, pop that to the side. So now I'm going to bring in my backing, put this piece down as my pretty base that will go around my frame. And I think I'll just use, let's use a little bit of tape on this. I'm going to pop this in the middle here, and that will center right inside of that edge. Let me just lean over, get that nice and even. There we go. So you can see you've got a really pretty framed piece there. And I've cut the Beatrice out of white with a white backing, so I'm going to just attach that to each other. So I've got a tone on tone, but a pretty base for my sentiment. Pop that right into place. Just line that up. There we go. I've got some mounting foam on the back to raise it. And that will go right in the center here. So you'll still see a beautiful background popping out from around there. Just love that. And I've gone ahead and done the happy birthday with a black cut word and then a white shadow base. So I'm going to put that into place. I've got a little bit of mounting foam on the back of that. Oop, pop that piece right off. Let me pop that back on there and peel the backing off of this. And put the happy centered right above that. You can add some pearls to the background, right in the centers on the Elsa background, and it looks amazing. But how quick and easy was that? Hope you've enjoyed that. Don't forget our YouTube channel and check on my account on Instagram, Sue Wilson Crafter, if you want to see all my cards.